Yeah, I would like to start this way today. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fear. And nothing controls you except your beliefs. Yes, exactly. These are the driving words that has been absolutely surfacing to her mind in every walk of her life. She's from Bangalore. She's a teacher, competitive exam tutor, and she's also a programmer, medical transcriptor. Oh my God. She practices meditation since 2020-22 and a lifestyle coach and a spiritual counselor. She was introduced to pyramid meditation and our beloved Guru Patriji in 2022. She has read more than 10,000 books. Believe me, she has read more than 10,000 books. She is a YouTuber too and runs a channel named D3, right? Yeah, D3, Daily Divine Dhyan for meditation sessions, and 4 other YouTube channels for tarot card reading, painting, cooking, singing, and other fun activities. I guess they'll be absolutely fun, ma'am. She's being invited to many Zoom sessions now. Of course, you will be because you have so many qualifications. And her exploration and curiosity never gets ceased. Recently, she is into learning about politics and spirituality. I'm not making this delay anymore, ma'am. I'm very much honored to invite Mrs. Saroja Mallikarjun to our session today. Ma'am, very honored to have you here. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity, and I kind of manifested this because I wanted to go global. Just that one thought, and today I am here. And this has happened, believe me, just a few weeks ago, not many weeks, just 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. So I'm very, very glad I'm
Amazing.
here. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. And that is the power of meditation, friends. I'm telling you, I'm live example. I can give you hundreds of miracles what happened around this consciousness, being in this consciousness. We call meditation. Meditation is a process. Then you reach that level and then you are completely in relation with the universe. And what is all this? When we are new to this, we get like mesmerized with these words and we think that this is not for us. So let me start this session with a lot of gratitude and lot of love energy for the whole of the world and all of you who are attending this Zoom session and worldwide watching YouTube live or later anytime, be it this year, next year, later or after 2 years. I promise you, you will love watching it again and again and again. Because the concept what we are discussing here, we are not trying to explain and force you to understand something. We are just opening the doors. Eyes are yours. Just look into it. From your point of view, you try to understand it. So what is this meditation? You are invited here for a meditation session. So many of you who are not meditating might be wondering like, what is this meditation? You might have even watched many videos if you are interested in meditation, some meditation videos, you might have heard some people talk about it. But when I came across meditation, I'll tell you frankly, I never liked meditation. I was always running away from meditation. I don't know how I got connected here and why it came to me. Because we don't go after anything. When the nature chooses us, like you are ready for this knowledge, and then you find yourself flowing towards it. And that is what happened with me. I was a very, very spiritual person from my childhood, and also spiritual in the sense religious also, because first, as from the family and the society, we get introduced to religion. So, whatever religion we are following, we have some norms and some fun things happening there. We enjoy that process, we love it, and sometimes we become possessive about what we are learning there, that this is the only right way of a human living. Yeah, it is good. Why not? When I know something and when I love something, I do become possessive. Because I've not seen the other beauty. When I see something beautiful, this is the most beautiful kid in the world. We say to our kid when we get our kid. When you watch a beautiful animal, you say, this is the most beautiful dog I have seen. This is how our eyes and our mind work, friends. Whatever we see and fall in love, even a person, for the other one, that person may not be looking beautiful. But for you, when you're in love with it, when you want to know more about it, you start loving it. So let us fall in love with meditation to know the deeper essence of it. So what is meditation that we are practicing here? It's a simple meditation which was experimented by a spiritual teacher. We all know, all over the world, everyone knows about Buddha. So it was practiced by him, and he practiced many other varieties of meditation. There are some 200 or more. Then he came to an analysis, he did some analysis and said, this is the easiest one, and let the common man practice this. So you need not punish your physical body to do this meditation, as we see in pictures or in videos, like you have to sit erect and you have to give so much time, you have to sit in silence, you have to go out in some nature. No hard and fast rules. Here, the meditation is not going out anywhere but sitting and walking in yourself, which we have never done. We are all born with a conscious, we all know that there is something in us which is always either happy or always wanting something. We are always hungry for something. You might be financially, economically very satisfied. You may be well settled, but still you will find a hunger, and we call it depression. It's such a sad term when you're wanting something very badly, and the world has put a word for it in dictionary called depression. And I tell you, please delete that word from all dictionaries available in your house and even in your mind. There is nothing called depression. It is just a want for something very deep and very strong. What is that want? If you look into it, you will know what you want. Not somebody else will come and tell you. Here what is happening? You go into depression and there are people telling you that you are sad because this is happening to you. No, my dear friends. We'll know ourselves. We know the answer. We are like that small kid, like mama will tell me if I am hungry or not. But I know when I am hungry. So what is the hunger for? Love. Only love. Each human and each living being wants that love. Only love. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, how to know that I want love? There are cases where they are very well settled in life. They are very happily married. Happily married. So they are happily married and still they go into that phase. So what actually is happening is your soul or your inner self is trying to find some answers. If you have joined here, this is a PSSM meditation group. If you look at the logo, you will find a triangle. Here we are putting in a lot of importance, giving importance to these three things which are shown on the logo, which is the number one is wisdom. To get wisdom, and then from wisdom we connect to our consciousness. And how do you go from wisdom to consciousness? There is an energy which helps us. So that is our vehicle here. So to understand this, let me elaborate little by little. I'll not go very much in deep, friends. We have very less time. So I'll just give you a picture of what is actually happening here. So there is energy, you all know. You all know science says there is energy everywhere. Pakka? So it is confirmed there is energy everywhere. We are all created out of this energy. Every being which is created is a part of that energy. So that energy is everywhere. We sometimes call it good energy and bad energy. Why do we name it good and bad? There is nothing called good and bad. Which is not in favor, I call it bad. Any person not in my favor, he is bad in my books. So anything which is not favorable to me, I name it negative, bad. So let us not do that. Let us use our wisdom to understand this energy. Then how do we get this wisdom, friends? And that is the topic of our today's session. Wisdom, either you get it from a knowledgeable person, or you have to work on your own by reading books written by such knowledgeable person who have experienced that knowledge, that wisdom, and they have put it down in the books. Earlier we had to go in search of these books, buy them, then some couldn't afford and we didn't know which book to read, where to get it. And today's era, it has become so comfortable and very easily available. You just go and Google search for any spiritual book, it's available. You want to buy, you can buy it. You don't want to buy, you can read the PDF. You can download and read the PDF. Okay, you don't know to read. There are audiobooks. Go and listen to them. See, someone's whole life experience is one book. Just by reading one book, you are going to get a knowledge of one person's lifetime experience. So, our process of turning from a common man into a consciously awakened soul or a person, this wisdom is very much important. So, unless you are exposed to that wisdom, you will not know how to handle these situations in your life, how to understand the people around you, how to deal with the situations and the people around you. And also, there are people who love to read. Okay, they will be reading hundreds of books. Are they getting that knowledge? Just reading doesn't help us. Otherwise, all the students who are reading their textbook should have become some Einsteins, philosophers, scientists. Why are they not? Because there is wisdom hidden in those texts. We need that wisdom to understand what is being said. Be it a story, be it an explanation, be it a mathematical query. So, we need wisdom. And how do I get wisdom? Wisdom is not from outside, friends. It is an energy inside us. It's kind of your third eye. You can call this a third eye, which is the wisdom eye. You actually don't have a physical eye here, but there is a point in your brain. If you want to know more in deep and you may have a doubt like, what is she talking about? Is it true? So there are channels, science channels, where they show you graphically and explain to you what actually happens in meditation. Where is this wisdom hidden? What is this third eye? And what happens when you meditate? So go to those channels. I would like to recommend a channel which I follow. It's called Gaia, the Gaia TV. If you go to that, oh my, lot of knowledge. In the beginning, when I started meditating, I got lot of knowledge from there, friends. Because I wanted to know what actually happens in the third eye. Where is this third eye? Is it physically present or not? Though it is not physically present, but there is a spot for that. So which we call pineal gland. So where is it? It is at the same point where the yogis, the ancient meditators have shown. It's right behind this point. I draw a straight line from the center of my head down here, and this line passes there, and there, that intersection point in my brain is the pineal gland. And when I meditate, it kind of brightens up, and it sends electrical and chemical impulses all over your brain. And whatever you read, whatever you see, you have more wisdom to understand what you're looking at or you're reading. So when you meditate and then read, you understand what actually is that person trying to tell you. Let me share my personal experience. When I was newly learning to meditate, I met a teenaged boy, and he had been meditating since almost 3-5 years, and with his grandparents the whole night. They used to meditate the whole night. They wouldn't sleep. So I was very lucky to meet him. And we become very close friends, kind of. Even today, he is my close friend. So I discuss with him all these spiritual things. So once I stay in Bangalore, so there are many exhibitions going around, and I love books. So whenever there is an book exhibition, I don't miss that opportunity. And it was the biggest book exhibition in Bangalore, which happens every year. So I told that boy that, oh my God, it is like some big feast for me, and there are crores of books available there, and I must go there. And I had already started taking sessions on YouTube, so I was very much occupied. Every day in the beginning, I used to take 5 sessions. I was so fascinated by meditation that I learned how to make videos. I started my own channel, and 5 sessions per day from early morning 3 o'clock to night 11:30. So one after the other. So I had to take time out to visit the exhibition, and the story is so beautiful. Please listen to this very carefully. You will love it. You will know the secret behind the books and the wisdom and the energy which works behind all this drama of meditation. So I said, oh my God, 2 days I missed. I shouldn't be missing my 3rd day. And what will I do in 1 day? Crores of book. I want to see each and every book. I want to know which all books are there. And he, being very young to me, he wouldn't lecture me. So he just said, ma'am, I'll tell you one thing. You do one thing. No, you go sit there and meditate. I said, go to a book exhibition and sit and meditate. How is it even possible in such a huge crowd where people are pushing you around? But I had faith in him. I said, if he has said that, I will do it. I always take any guidance coming from anywhere because I believe it is the universe giving me direction. So I went there, and then I saw it was a huge gathering with books strewn across the floor, and the shelves were like some 20 feet high, and all over people were filling. They had a system of not buying one book. They used to give us box. Even now it is happening. They give box for different amount. So like 1,000 rupees, Indian rupees, one box. 2,000, one more box, a little bigger, and 4,000, a little bigger box. You just stuff the box with as many books as possible. You get it for that much little amount. So people were crazy. So I went through all the books. Then the time was up. It was almost 4 hours in that crowd. And my husband, who doesn't like to read, he was like standing outside for me, making some phone calls. He said, enough now, let's go back home. Then I remembered he had asked me to meditate. And believe me, friends, it is like a movie scene. I was wondering where to sit and meditate. And that hall was actually a party hall where they had a stage for some sitting arrangement. So there I saw 2 huge 5-seater sofas. One sofa was facing the crowd, and the other was pushed in one corner facing the opposite wall. And I knew that universe had already placed a sofa for me to meditate. And really, I got goosebumps. Even now when I'm saying this, I get goosebumps. So I went, sat there, and he had asked me, "Ki when you sit in meditation, you connect to all the authors of all the books present in that exhibition. Mark each of my words, friends." I did the same thing. I sat there and I said, "I have not seen all the books, masters, all the authors. I want to connect to your energy." And I sat, closed my eyes and meditated. And literally, I have third eye experiences in all of my meditations. I usually see things in my meditation. And as soon as I said, "Masters, I want to connect," immediately I felt hundreds of hand on my head, like all of them kind of passing their energy to me. Okay, now this looks like some made up story. Okay, even I used to think like that, like how come when I even say and not yet finish the sentence and I'm already visualizing all that. Then I wanted to test it now, because I was a new meditator. Even now I am like a small kid. I just don't believe everything. I always doubt it, like, is it true? Am I just making up, or is it my mind making up stories? I said, okay, all the masters have connected to me. Is it true? So, after my meditation, I come down. I'm looking at those books. I'm just passing that huge hall. I'm looking at the books and I am guessing what is the book about. I'm coming to know, looking at the book, I'm understanding what is in that book. I'm like, what? Is it true? Let me pick the book and look at the back page. Something will be written about the book. So is it true? So I wanted to check with that. And I was shocked. It didn't happen with one book or two books, almost 10 to 15 books it happened. I was so very glad that I learned this meditation, because this is how now I connect to any energy possible, very easily, very quickly, because there is wisdom behind that, friend. To get that wisdom, we need to do meditation. And when we read book, we get some knowledge. I'll tell you one trick how to enhance this knowledge. It's very easy. You know what is it? You have to share the knowledge, and boom, you go much deeper into that wisdom. You understand much better. You might have experienced, if you are into a teaching line, as a student, what we had learned. I am by profession a teacher, so I know. I keep on teaching, and every time a new thing comes up, I understand the subject much deeper and deeper and deeper. And same thing happens when you read some spiritual or some good, I should be not saying meditators, but knowledgeable person who have gained some wisdom from their experiences, from great masters. You have to read those experiences. So when you read that, you actually understand what actually the person has written in that book, what he is trying to convey. I have few books I would love to share with you all. This is universally accepted book now. It is famous. You all might be knowing. It is Autobiography of a Yogi. Just by reading this, you will understand what actually is a meditator's life or a spiritual person's journey. Similarly, I love Himalayan masters. So this is a book about another Himalayan master, Sri M. So he was an apprentice to a Himalayan masters. So he was born as a Muslim by religion, but he studied all the Vedas, and he tutored under a Himalayan master, and it is a wonderful book. And this person is still alive, and you can meet him in India, and he travels all across the world. So to know more about him, you can Google and know more about him. And there is another master. This was the first book that I read, friends, Living with the Himalayan Masters. I am fascinated with Himalayas. So in my previous many of my births, I was in Himalayas, and now I came to know that. Like, oh my God, that is why we get fascinated. We get fascinated to anything. There is a big history about it, a story behind that. And how to know all that? By meditation. Nobody is going to tell here. We don't have any gurus, or we don't have any astrologer, we don't have any palmist, we don't have any face reader here telling us what we are. We know about ourselves by meditating. It's a beautiful journey, I'll tell you, I promise you that. So this is one of the book, and he has many more books. He is a Swami Rama. Swami Rama. He has written his experience. It is like just a journal, friends. It's not at all boring. It looks so thick, but it's not at all boring. You will not keep the book down after you start this. And nowadays, though, we all know these are the few books on the international market. These are famous books which are good for students. Even a 10-year-old can read this and understand this. Atomic Habits. These are some of the books which will change you. We should be reading some books which will change us. We shouldn't be reading books which we are doing just for time pass, just passing our times to make up our mood. Don't do that. If a book is not changing you, then that book is not for you. Sometimes even a silly book can change you, friends. I'm telling you. Sometimes a small story book of 3 pages also can change you. When you are in wisdom, when you are connected to your energy, it will happen. So if you keep meditating, even a small pamphlet will come across and it will change your life. It will look like a silly small piece of paper somebody has given you. And it is the right time in your life, and you go through those few lines and boom, you are connected. So this is another book, Ikigai, by a Japanese writer. This is also an awesome book, friends. It has many concepts which we can practice in our day-to-day life. So similarly, recently, last week, I bought these 2 books. It's 1,000 Seeds of Joy, a wonderful book. And I won't be revealing it, what it is about, because each person has different experience by reading different books. And this is You Forever. It's like very complicated title. You Forever. What does that mean? You Forever. It says you are the one who is going to live forever and ever and ever and ever. And how is that possible? What is this stuff? For that, you should be reading such books, friends. So this is what I try to share my experience here and kindle your interest in book reading and meditation. The meditation we are practicing here, you might be attending these sessions again and again. I invite you all to participate here in this beautiful meditation, which is just relaxing yourself. We are not trying to do anything else. You just imagine you had a very hard day out, and as in Africa, the outside climate is so hectic also, and for me to even imagine that hot season and hot climate, it's unbelievable for me. I would like to add one point here. My younger brother, he was put up in Ethiopia for 20 years. So he just returned from Ethiopia last year. He is an engineer. He worked in the Ministry of Education in Ethiopia for a long period. So he has many a times shared some knowledge from there. So a little bit, their customs and all, I have come to know a little bit about that. I would love to know more about the culture, the scriptures, and the knowledge, the wisdom available, because there the native knowledge is still alive. I would love if more of you come and share your knowledge here, because this knowledge is not supposed to be in some little place. It has to go across the globe. And unless the locals, you people, talk about it, we will be reading some books. But when it comes from you, it's more beautiful because it is your experience. So I would like to invite from this platform that more of you join us and share your wisdom. And just like I am sharing my experience here, one day I would love to listen to one of you talking here and sharing your experience. So thank you very much for joining here, and thanks for giving me so much time to share my experience. And let's all just smoothly enter the world of meditation. Very beautiful experience. Imagine you had had a very tiring day, and when you come back home, how do you sit on your sofa? You just relax whole of your body. You throw away all your, even a small scarf is heavy for you. You just throw it away. You remove your shirt. You remove your shoes. And you don't even bother what you're carrying in your hand. You just keep aside your bag and just relax on your sofa. And that is how relaxed you should go into this meditation, friends. Just leave everything, even the thoughts from your mind. Just throw them away, just like you're going to throw your scarf. Just relax. I don't want to listen to anyone's nonsense when you come back. Mama this, mama that, somebody is coming and talking to you. No, just leave me alone for some time. I'm not listening to all this right now. Be in that phase. Let anything happen around you for little time. This time is for you. This is for me. This is my me time. I'm going to just relax, and I enter myself to know what is it that is feeling so good when I relax. Who is that in me who is getting relaxed? So let us watch that, friends. And the position we have to take is beautifully. You can sit down, as you have seen in many posters, how they sit for a meditation, cross-legged. If you are not comfortable, you can sit on your sofa or any chair. But the rule is keep your feet crossed and your fingers crossed. There are some energy centers in our body which are going to open up and allow the energy from the cosmos. There is cosmic energy all around us, and that is going to seep in me and energize me. So when I do that, I have to block any other points from where it may leak out. I want to fill that energy in me. So let me cross my fingers, cross your feet, sit relaxed. If you are having a huge body where you are not comfortable, some might be obese, no problem. Don't worry. Relax your whole body. Give it the comfort where it sits comfortably. You need a small cushion behind your back, use it. No problem. First, the body should go into comfort, friends. When you are obese, your hands are big, you don't feel comfortable to sit like this. Keep a cushion, small cushion on your tummy and relax. You had done that when you were pregnant. The ladies might have done that. And you will see that you feel so nice. Relax your shoulders, because these are the first part of your body which gets stressed. And close your eyes to enter a serene world of peace, friends. If you are wearing any glasses, you remove those glasses, because you need to relax. Let your physical body relax. Isn't it beautiful, friends? To just close your eyes and relax. You may find some thoughts troubling you, but don't give importance to your thoughts. They are like clouds in the sky. Let them just pass away. Now is not the time for all those thoughts. To hold back your mind from wandering away, let us watch our breath. Your natural breath, friends. The breath, since your birth you had been breathing, you have never observed it. The smoothly flowing breath, going in and coming out. Again it goes in and comes out. Watch it like a child playing at the doorstep, which sometimes it goes in and then it goes out. Observe your natural breath for some more time. This is so relaxing. And after some time, you forget to watch your breath also. Yes, dear friends, go into the phase of no thoughts. Just go numb without any thoughts. This is the stage of meditation. Just stay there for a while. find a golden light entering you, friends, when you're in thoughtless state. This golden light is covering your body and you're glowing in this light. This is the light of wisdom. This is the light of health. This golden light is light of abundance in your life. You are now filled with this golden light. If you can, please visualize this golden light covering your whole body. I am filling you with the divine cosmic energy. You are now filled with this light, overflowing with this light. Wonderful friends, you are in deep meditation now. Don't open your eyes unless I tell you to. Slowly, when you feel like coming out of the meditation, very slowly. Now feel the energy inside you. This energy is locked in your body now, and you will be feeling very bright and energetic. Last 30 seconds. Slowly open your fingers and place the palm on your eyes. for 5 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And slowly looking at your palm, open your eyes. And we all thank this cosmic energy for giving us such a beautiful experience by clapping. We also should clap for ourselves that we have given ourselves these 10 minutes to meditate. We are very thankful for our family who didn't disturb us for this 10 minutes. So a heartfelt thanks to them also. Thank you, friends, and thank you very much for joining us here for this beautiful meditation and wisdom sharing and experience sharing. Now, I would love to hear your feedback, your experience after this beautiful meditation.
Yeah, wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Superb. Really, we enjoyed your wisdom along with the meditation.
Thank you.
Both. Really, today we came to know the real meaning of depression also. Very nice. And that's excellent. And yeah, about books, such a beautiful books. And you went through all those wonderful books. Very great. So nice.
Thank you.
And the wisdom you shared, the way you shared, the way the accent, everything is superb. Very
Thank you,
nice.
thank you.
Yeah.
I talk from here.
Yes, of course. We can see that. We can feel that also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, friends, anybody having any questions, you can leave your questions even in the YouTube's comment boxes. It will be answered. We give you free counseling, spiritual counseling. Anyone in need can share their experience either in another session you attend or in the YouTube. You can put your questions. It will be taken care of by any of us here. All meditators are joining here. So feel free, because unless you open up, help is not coming. God helps them who helps themselves. So you are the one who should know that I need help. So each human being is going through some or the other, I will not say crisis, but situations. We don't know how to handle that situations and we give them names like depression, health issues, or financial issues, relationship issues. They are actually not issues. They are our helplessness to handle that particular situation or that particular person. We need that wisdom to understand why this is happening and we come out of it. It is that easy. So I invite you to share, and it will be confidential also. So don't worry at all. Please make use of all the wisdom available here. So once again, I would love to see some comments in the comment box when I see the YouTube. I invite all of the African friends to please open up and have faith. I'll be a very good friend. I promise you that. So yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I don't know, I will be ending this session now.
Yeah, ma'am. 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
4 more minutes
Anyone
time.
who wants to say something, you can put across your views.
Okay, tell them something about you, how you came into this.
Okay, that is a very beautiful story how I came into PSSM. I was always hungry and I used to think I'm in depression. That is how I know what is depression so very well. Because when people looked at me and I was actually having some issues, but I never worried about them. But the family, they were thinking like I'm depressed because of those things. But I used to cry to talk to God. God was my favorite, and I knew I used to talk to God. I used to get his answers, and still I was not satisfied. And that is one big situation, when you know people love you and still you want more love. That cannot be put in words. The same thing happened with me and my Lord. I used to say, like, I know, Lord, you're with me, but still show me that you're with me. Oh my God. Then he had his ways of showing, friend. I was introduced to this meditation. I used to go to all the spiritual places available around me. I have met so many spiritual gurus. I have not left any stone unturned, any temple, any guru, any avadhutas. I have visited many of them. Even I have attended the sessions also. But still that thirst was there. And then once, just when I was about to get introduced to this meditation, I had gone to a Buddha retreat, and there I met a few youngsters who said, like, oh my God, I used to ask so many questions in that session when there was question answer sessions. Though it was a silence retreat, there was a time given to ask questions, and I had hundreds of them. Then those boys, when they listened to my questions, they said, you will get all the answers if you come to this place called Pyramid Valley in Bangalore. I said, surely, I am waiting. I want my answers. I want that guru who can answer all my questions. And when I went there, friends, I'll tell you, it was such a miracle, because I am so, I don't know, arrogant, that whenever I go to any institution, I want to talk to the boss. I don't believe in talking to each and everyone and getting misguided like, no. So I wanted to meet Patri sir. That's all. And I told him, like, does he talk to people? Yes, he does. I said, then make arrangements. I want to meet him. And it was Buddha time, that Buddha Purnima time, where thousands of people gathered to meditate around his presence and look at me, and I want him to talk to me, meet me. Then someone said, like, you go and meditate, a 2-hour meditation, which was happening all over the world at that time. That period was like all over the world, all the meditators meditate during that period. So I went and sat and meditated. I had some visions. I saw something and all. Then I opened my eyes. I saw him sitting in front of me. And then he called everyone, come closer. I just jumped and went and sat in front of him. I said, okay, my day is done. Like, no, oh, this is the greatest blessing I can get, sitting him just in close quarters to him. And then the beautiful period came when, after meditation, just like now, I said, like, open up and talk. Friends, unless we open our mouth, that energy has to flow. And I am very good at that. I talk a lot. So, and Patri sir, he looked around everyone one glance, and then he looked down at me and he called me, come up here. I was like totally mesmerized. What I wanted, I got it without any recommendations, but it was heard. The master hears from here. And I was given a mic and I blabbered so many things. I was like waiting for someone to listen to me. I told him so much and it went live. Till today I have all those recordings, and it happened again and again and again. Every time I went, I was the first one to be introduced. Oh my. He loved to listen to me. I used to say, sir, over. He would say, carry on. And then I said, I'm not going to leave this mic, sir. I have so much to talk. And believe me, friends, I had said that just like in my excitement. But till date, I have not left that mic. It has been already 2 years and I have been talking and talking and talking. And I didn't know what I am saying at that time. And it came out true. I have been just speaking as if some energy is giving me that knowledge, and I'm just passing across. And luckily, because I met him in March or April of 2022, and he vacated his body the same year in July. And I got the all the love I could get from him. I met him every time. Every time he called me the first, like, no, to speak. After some time, I felt like, isn't this too much? Like, every time I go, every time I'm grabbing the attention. Then once, see, I'm very arrogant, I guess. Then on the fifth meet, I thought, let me not go first this time. I will stay back. I will talk to him the last. And I sometimes feel like, oh my God, what an idiot I was. And literally, he is calling me, come to me, come to me, come to me. And I'm asking him to wait, I'm not coming now, wait. And all the crowd spoke, and then they shook hand with him, and all of them left, and only a few handful of them were left around, and the cameraman also moved away from there. Then I went to him, but that was my good decision that I had taken that day, because I got complete attention and time. I just sat near his chair, and literally I had some small questions, because when you meet a teacher like him, you don't have words to communicate. There is just silence and you communicate. I just asked, like, no, I want my family to meditate, and I'm unable to convince them. Then I spoke only about this topic, like, no. Then he said, why are you trying so much? Tell them once or twice, leave them. I said, no, they are my family. It is my responsibility. I am enjoying so much. They must also come and enjoy. He said, why are you taking this responsibility? Since when are you responsible for all this? Oh my God, those words keep ringing in my head. He said, they may take 2 more lifetimes to come and meditate. You have done your job. Leave it. And after that, I stopped asking anyone from my family to come and meditate, because I now know they will not come in this birth, not the next one, and then the next one. So I started enjoying. After that, I didn't have words. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I said, sir, I am unable to speak. I don't have any more questions. But he didn't say anything. He just looking at me. I don't know how much time I spent like that. Then a thought came to me, like, no, sir, I want to hug you. And he didn't respond. And I'll tell you what happened actually. Whenever I go to any institution, I am little smart, because I come from a military background. My father was in Air Force. So he has taught me some things from childhood which doesn't go away. So always be aware. Always be in awareness, because there are so many things going around you. I am like crazy going to any ashrama, any guru. So before joining, I checked the Google, like what actually is happening in this Pyramid Valley. Who is Patri sir? Is there any negative propaganda about him? That also I checked. And in that I saw there was one video about it. And then it showed like there was a celebration where on a stage, people were in like very happy. Unless you experience that, you will not understand what actually was happening. It was Anandotsava, where they had completely forgotten who they are, and they were hugging each other and being happy. And that was interpreted like, why this old man is hugging the women around him. And a thought came to me. Why publicly these ladies are doing like that and giving a bad name to such a nice guru? We shouldn't be doing such a thing. So if I get a chance to hug him, I will not hug him. I will not be the reason why he will be pointed, like why he is hugging women. And when I am asking him with my lips, may I hug you? And my mind is saying, what did you say before coming here? And he also knew that. And so he didn't respond, but I got a chance to hug him. And I started crying. It was not like I was sad or I was very happy, nothing. There is no reason, and the tears flowed like anything. And the people around me, some 10 to 15 of them, they all started having tears in their eyes. And even today, when they meet me, they say, ma'am, we know you. That day you had cried after hugging Patri sir. We were also crying along with you. So that was what beautiful experience I have with him. And after that, after a month after that, he left Karnataka and went to Hyderabad. And when he was leaving, he came to a place which is very near to the place I stay. When I came to know about that, I ran to him with homemade food to give to him. Like, I wanted to feed my Guruji with my own hands. I made parathas and I said, like, no, I'm going to give him whether he eats or not. That is not my this thing. Because I knew he was not keeping well those days. I made him nice aloo ka paratha, gobi ka paratha, moli ka paratha, and I packed and I gave it to him. His daughter had come along, and after he vacated his body also, I have lovely experience. I can just go on and on and on and on, because we are getting the wisdom of higher higher level, where you understand what is happening with you and what is happening around you. And friends, that is why I say, please learn this meditation and experience for yourself. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can communicate with any of the masters here. Saying that, I will be ending today's session. I'm very sorry, because I can just go on and on for the whole night. Thanks a lot, Aruna ji,
Thank
Kiran
you.
ji, all of you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot for giving me
Yeah.
this platform.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am,
for-
it was an engrossing session, really. We were absorbed into your session.
Thank you.
So, hope everybody opens up to this meditation, as ma'am said. And yeah, thank you for
Thank
your
you.
session, ma'am.
Thank you.
Over to you, Aruna, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Thank you,
Fine.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Yeah.
We want many more sessions from you. We are expecting
Yeah.
very shortly again.
I would be
Okay,
glad,
thank
very glad to
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank
all,
you.
guys. Lots of love.
Yeah. Love you, ma'am.
Love you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Namaste. Good night. Yeah.
Namaste. Good night. Good night, everybody. Let us wind up the session.